General, who would you say was President George W. Bush's most influential advisor?
Is this a trick question?
But I take my role as first as a sovereign individual, endowed with my rights and responsibilities by God, very importantly.
And you think a retired general can do something about that?
Well, yes, because he took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and he has conflicting stories about where he was when the building that he operates out of was hit. We can't even get this story straight. He's now got a new story about where he was. But we also have hundreds of military men and women who are also taking their oath very seriously and who consider him a suspect for treason.
The real issue is not an issue between Islam on the West and this in terms of this whole violent extremism. It's an issue of a struggle within Islam to deal with the modern world and how they're going to deal with what kind of governments they're going to have. And the extremists have one view, a very extreme view of that, of not only the religion, but what kind of governments they're going and so forth.
Jail, do you understand?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
Point, we need to
For
figure out
what?
what's going on, okay?
For what reason,
For creating a
officer?
disturbance.
For creating a public disturbance.
Put your microphone away. Just put it down.
No, this is a private space that I was invited to come to, and now I'm being detained, and I'm rolling tape for my own rights. Because at this point, I've been choked inside of here, and I don't see anyone actually trying to do anything about it.
And
so I'm not in full trust.
Sort it out if you keep acting like this.
Jeremy, I need to go inside and figure out what's going on.
I'm
in order for me to go inside and figure out what's going on, I need to make sure that you're under control out here, that everything out here is going to be okay. Okay?
I'm
so
under
let me
control.
go inside and figure out what's going on.
I just want my full rights, and I don't want to be treated like I'm a criminal, because I'm not a criminal.
All right, I'll be back in a
You're
minute.
just being detained, man. You got to do what we say. We ask you to sit down. You don't do it.
Well, you didn't tell me I was being detained. I thought I was the one who was trying to give you evidence about a crime that was committed against me.
Well, we were called here because you created a disturbance inside. That's why we're
That's why you got called here?
That's why
No one called you about the man choking me, a private citizen
I
choking
didn't
me?
find that out until you told me about it.
Wow.
He's going to go look into it right now.
Wow.
Hey, one thing at a time, right?
All right.
I mean, the nightmare of 9/11 came, just flashed right back. And I don't know that I have all the answers. I have a perspective. I have a perspective of what we did, and I have a perspective on where I think we ought to go.
Did you get your ID?
No, he asked me for my ID. I gave him my name. If you're going to start a report about the assault on me, I will give you my ID. But I don't have any...
You don't have your identification?
No, I do have my ID, but I don't
May I
want...
see it, please?
So I'm being detained for under suspicion of...
I've already explained that to you. Are you going to give me a hard time about
creating
this, Jeremy?
a disturbance? No, here's the things, officer.
It is Jeremy, right?
Yeah, Jeremy Roth Kushel.
Okay.
So it's not. I'm not trying to be deceptive. I'm just trying to assert my Fourth Amendment rights that I don't have to show you my private effects if I haven't committed a crime. If
We have yet to determine that.
So I'm under suspicion of having a crime. Okay.
It's not a big deal at this point.
Of course, giving you my ID
We're
is
trying to
not a big
minimize this
deal.
as much as we can.
No, but you understand, sir, that the slope to losing our rights is lined with not a big deal.
Okay, but it doesn't
So
start... You losing your rights doesn't start with you giving me your identification.
Well, it may, especially if like if
How
I'm
so?
the way that they're setting up, like from like near 100 miles from the border, people have to give their IDs for not having done anything wrong just because there's a constitution-free zone near the border, sir.
They get it back, don't they?
Well, but they don't have to give their ID. That's Nazi Germany, sir. Papers, please. This is America. I'm a sovereign individual before the Constitution. Before you're a police officer, I'm a sovereign individual. You have rights to detain me if I'm under suspicion of committing a crime against another individual and violating their sovereignty. I understand that. But if I have not committed any crime against another individual's sovereignty, then you have no right to invade my sovereignty. That's all. So it's not about not giving you my ID.
So it's almost like a play on words.
No, well, you could say the Constitution is a play on words, or that the Declaration of Independence was a play on words when they say that our rights are unalienable.
This is Jeremy. He's inside. I guess he got choked or something. He said someone put him in a chokehold.
Yeah, dragged me out on a chokehold. A private citizen,
Also,
apparently.
maybe some more inside. Great. I don't know.
Tell you what I saw.
Sure. Yeah, I'm just kind of standing by with this guy. So.
Well, yeah, I won't be here all night.
Right. I appreciate you for
Well,
staying
I'm just
here.
deeply disturbed by what I saw. I mean, yeah, he's a heckler. He got up there and interrupted the speaker, General Myers, and he didn't say anything, you know. He didn't call him names or anything like that. He just got up and started shouting.
Okay.
And there was another guy who did the same thing like 2-3 minutes before he did, and he was escorted out. this guy, two guys jumped him, and another guy then drug him out of the chair. Another guy came over, grabbed him like this around the neck, and physically pulled him, drug him out the room.
Now, were these security guards?
I have no idea who they were.
Did they
One
ask
of the
him to
guys-
leave?
I mean, as soon as he started talking, they just came over and grabbed him.
Okay.
There was,
What did they
there
look
was,
like?
well, only one of them who had escorted the other guy out.
Okay. Was he dressed in a suit?
Yeah, he was
Or a
dressed
sport
in
coat
a
and
gray
gray slacks?
in a gray sport coat, light gray sport.
Light gray?
Yeah, very light gray stuff.
Okay. You got a card or anything, or a business card, or?
And
We would give
everybody's
you a call if you need
cheering.
to.
This guy's getting drug out by the neck. I mean,
I've been notified that I'm being detained.
Okay, here's the situation. There's no way for me to say who it was that grabbed you, who it wasn't. There was quite a few people, I guess, that grabbed you.
Well, there's one
guy
man who grabbed me
actually-
by the neck,
Actually,
choked me. Yeah, there's the one individual who can be identified. We can go in there and find the man who choked me, right?
I'm not going to go in there and disrupt
What's your last
everything that's
name?
going on right now
Okay.
to figure out what's going on. Okay.
So are you saying that you're not going to defend the
Listen to
law?
me.
Is it okay for someone to be choked?
Listen to me. There's 300 people that are in there. I'm not going to go in there and disrupt everything that's going on right now. Okay.
Okay.
One is realizing this is a global insurgency. This is not just about the Middle East. You look at India, you look at China, you look at Indonesia, you look at Thailand, clearly in Pakistan. Right now, we know there are issues. That's the kind of threat I'm putting. In fact, the violent extremists of this ilk can be anywhere. It's mainly based in the Islamic religion, but not exclusively. And this is not about Islam. This is about extremism, of course.
If you feel that a crime was committed,
Well, I'm asking you. I was choked around the neck. Is that a crime? Is that a crime if I was choked around the neck for I didn't endanger anybody's bodily anything?
you know,
Is that a crime
95.
okay,
to grab someone by the neck, officer?
don't start raising your voice with me, Jeremy. Okay, I'm trying to be cool with you.
It doesn't sound cool. You're supposed to protect my rights.
Okay, here's the situation, Jeremy. If you want to report, you can come back tomorrow and get a report during normal business hours. Otherwise, you're being asked to leave. If you don't leave at this point, it's a violation of trespassing. Thank you very much for your time. Here's your license.
And so
back.
you're
Have a
saying
good
you're
night.
not going to investigate into a crime that was
I
committed?
just explained to you exactly what's going to happen.
No,
If
I-
you want to report, you can come back tomorrow and get a report. Otherwise, you're being asked to leave right now for trespassing. There's the situation. Okay.
I just trying to understand.
I just explained to
I
you
understand.
exactly what I'm gonna do.
As a peace officer, it is also your obligation to help me understand what the law is.
No, that is not my obligation to help you understand the law.
If you are enforcing
If
it,
you want to look at the law, you can go ahead and look online. There's all kinds of penal code sections you can look up online. At this point, you're being asked to leave.
so it's
Are you refusing to leave? At this
No,
point,
I'm
Jeremy?
not. I'm leaving.
Okay.
I just want to
Have a
find.
good
I'm
night,
just
Jeremy.
trying to understand. So it's not your responsibility if we're on
Have a good
scene
night,
and a
Jeremy.
crime has been committed or someone has been
Have a good night,
accused
Jeremy.
of choking somebody. Is it your obligation to figure out who it was?
Have a good night, Jeremy.
Is it
Thank
or
you very
not?
much.
I don't understand.
I
Is
just
it?
explained to you what the situation was. You can pick up your stuff and start walking off.
So it's not your obligation to.
Jeremy, are you refusing to leave at this
No,
point?
I'm trying to find out what's going on.
Okay, I told you if you want to report, you can come back tomorrow during the day and get a report.
So that's the way that the law works.
That's the way it's working right now. Thank you very much.
So I contacted the police office. Who do I contact? Do we have a?
Contact the Brea Police
Can I get your card?
I don't have a card with me. I'll tell you my name. You have your recorder right there?
Yes.
My name is Officer Lee. Spelled L-E-E. My ID is 1520.
Officer Lee. Okay.
Yes. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank
Jeremy.
you.
Have a good night.
A lot of people in this room. I'm sorry about the disturbance. If I had anything to do with causing that, I apologize. What I want to say, though, is I don't have all the answers. Everything I say is not right. But the fact that you want to come and listen to important topics is what the American citizen ought to do. We ought to try to be well informed. We ought to go out of our way to listen and try to decide for ourselves where we have to head in this country. And the fact that we're here, this impresses me to no end. And I appreciate the fact that you're, in my view, executing your duties as an American citizen in the way that I hope I will as well. And that is try to be as informed as we can. This is one venue. In fact, you support this venue. In fact, you support this library. It's a really good thing for America. So thank you.
Foundation. It was an extraordinary talk. Thank you for your dedicated and honorable service to our country. Thank you to all of our veterans who were with us, as the General said, and God bless America.
So thank you for being the conscientious witness.
We need more people.
We do. Come on, stand up. Say something.